What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video. It's been a pretty sad week for anyone that loves the Division universe because Ubisoft cancelled the Division Heartland, and that came as a pretty of a shock to pretty much 99.9% of the player base, I think, because the game had been in development for such a long time. But like anything, the saga keeps unfolding over on X as developers and ex-developers and people who have been doing playtests of the game behind the scenes all start to say things that are not quite breaching their NDA, but they're new information that we just didn't know. And to me, as a Division fan, I always find things like that super interesting. So don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And let's get straight into it. Right, okay, so here's the IGN article that broke all our hearts earlier on this week that I also did a video about. If you want to know about that in more details, just check out my my previous video. But I got the notification for this one because I follow Morten Ryberg, who used to work at Massive. He doesn't work at Massive anymore, but I still follow him because he's a nice guy, and obviously he has a huge amount of inside knowledge on the Division and, you know, gaming as a whole, having been in the industry for such a huge amount of time. But there was a chap here called Ryan Smith. You can see here at @IAM_Ryan Smith if you want to check it out yourself. I was part of a small team that started this in 2019. Was originally meant to be a low risk BR mode for the Division 2. It had a pretty clear plan and was going well, but Ubi and Redstorm had other ideas and changed it drastically. Sad it won't see the light of day. Now, aside from my English being absolutely terrible in reading that, listen, I'm very, very sad for a lot of people who've worked on this for such a huge amount of time, and it'll never see the light of day. That is absolutely heartbreaking for all them developers that have clearly, you know, they're going to put the best into it. You know, we all know game dev is not an easy job. We hear the horror stories all the time of the sheer amount of hours and, you know, stress and anxiety and how people are treated. But putting all that aside, I'm absolutely gutted as a fan that this didn't just stay a Division 2 game mode. And I do nothing but think about the fact that if it did just stay a Division 2 game mode, with the effort that's going into Division 2, the fact that we're getting the expansion, you know, a whole nother year of content and things like that, and Division 3 announced and on the way, that this would have seen the light of day. And it might have been the Survival 2.0 that so many people have been asking for. Poor Hamish and Yannick. Even when they used to do the State of the Games years ago, people wanted Survival 2.0. Like, that was all people ever asked for. And even now with Hamish, who doesn't even work for Massive anymore, I think he still gets asked on on X, give us Survival 2.0. And although it might not have been Survival 2.0, if it was going to be, you know, a low risk battle royale mode, it would have had the theme, you know, it would have felt similar. And I would be real. This is information we'll probably never find out now. But the fact that Ubi and Redstorm had other ideas, yeah, I mean, it's gutting now. It's even for a Division fan, this news is even more gutting now, because we probably would have seen this mode if it had stayed as that, as the plan, as the low risk mode, along with the likes, you know, of Countdown, of Descent. You know, we've seen game modes in the Division 2. This probably would have shipped if it had stuck to the original plan. Obviously, you know, they wanted to make it bigger and better, and, you know, a more complete rounded package all by itself. And, you know, obviously, you know, try and tick the money box and make some more money out of it. But yeah, in the end, it's not worked out, and it's we've ended up with nothing, which is sad. Is even more sad now that, you know, Red Storm have done stuff for the division before, and it's been absolutely glorious. And I just do think nothing there, but they could have done a really good job of this. And it's been a Division 2 game mode, and it gave it, you know, the flip side of this, it gives Division that little bit of life that it so desperately needs, you know, in replayable content. You know, Division 2 is now pretty much our content, PC and console wise, until Division 3 hopefully sees the light of day. Yes, Resurgence is coming. It's mobile though. It's not going to, you know, it's not going to hit the community like a fully fledged game would, or a fully fledged BR mode that would have. And, you know, that's high, you know, to me, BR modes are highly replayable, and that's clear by the fact that the people still now jump into Division 1, you know, and play survival to this day. All them years later, that still has a fan base of people playing that, because of how good and how popular it was. And I'm not saying that the Division 2 BR mode would have been a patch in it. It might have been terrible, but I just think it would clearly at this point now, after what's happened this last week, it probably would have seen the light of day. And yeah, I think it would have been a wiser choice to keep it with the Division and with Division 2, and just, you know, expand its life until the next Division game finally happens. Now we are heavily reliant on Seasons 2.0 and the expansion that is coming hopefully very soon. According to the earnings reports, you know, the new year and new season is completely on track for, you know, not too long away after this season finishes. And then the season after that, we should see the expansion. But it's, yeah, I feel like this would have been better staying where it was, and it would have given us that extra life, you know. And I guess all them years ago, it wasn't known Division 2 was going to end up in this state. But, yeah, this is, yeah, it continues the sadness of all the hard work and everything that's been put into it. But I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you think that Division 2, it would have been better off staying in the Division 2? You know, Ryberg there says, I am sure it would have done great as that. I am absolutely on the same page as him. Absolutely on the same page as him. That, you know, they had the movement. They had so much of the assets and all already built into the Division 2, you know, to work with. It feels like it would have been out already. But anyway, it is where it is. Will it make its return into Division 2? No, I don't think so. This was it turned into a completely playable game. I don't think it's probably that easy to adapt into the Division 2. You know, everything will have been designed their own way. You know, as far as what I've heard from people now that are saying that they played it, and, you know, and things like that, everything was completely different. Movement, you know, gunplay style and things like that. So I really don't think that it would be an asset that could be moved into the game that easily. Maybe with the map, who knows? There's some very clever people, you know, maybe it could be moved into the game easily. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe that would be a project that would be worthwhile. I certainly would have the backing of that. I'd certainly put my name behind it and be like, yeah, come on, do it. Get that BR mode into the Division 2. But yeah, as far as game modes, we don't know now. You know, we had the incursion. We've got the expansion coming, which I fully expect us to be missions and gear, you know, but on a grander scale than what we get usually. Because obviously it's going to be paid for. So, you know, I fully expect that to be PvE focused, you know, map and things like that. But as far as game modes go, we have nothing on the horizon right now. And when we get a new roadmap, which you hope there'll be a new roadmap after Seasons 2.0 and the expansion release, I really hope there is some kind of game mode on there that is highly replayable, highly replayable. Because, yeah, at the moment we do not know what's coming after that current roadmap finishes. So that'll be interesting to think about that as well. This obviously the BR mode was a thing in their minds, but yeah, it's not going to be a thing, it looks like. So yeah, sad times. And yeah, if I've missed any other information that's interesting, let me know in the comments down below. Would you have been signing up for a BR mode in Division 2? I'm sure any PvP or PvPvE player would have been saying yes to this, because obviously even survival can be PvE as well. So yeah, I'm sure a majority of people would have been, yeah, I'm well up for it. Different every time, jumping in, yeah, really good. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below. I've rattled on for long enough. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye.